Rwanda and the people of Rwanda, myself, have been very happy to receive our brother, our friend, the President of Gabon and his entire delegation. We had very good and fruitful discussions relating to our bilateral relations, which are already very good, and we want to find all ways to maintain that and even keep having that improved to the point that it goes even beyond just bilateral. It helps to work together even on global issues. That's mainly what we discussed, and we are looking forward to this very strong partnership in the interests of our two countries as well as our continent.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd first like to reiterate that we, as Gabonese delegation, are very, very happy to be here, and we have received a very warm welcome. And I would, as you easily imagine, fully agree with the President that most of what we have talked about will be in the communique, but you know that we are committed in Gabon to also reach out and open up to our brothers in Africa, and then especially in the region. And we are, of course, trying to look at ways to strengthen economic partnership between our two countries. It is fair to say that we enjoy at the political and diplomatic level, very good relationship that we are trying to then make sure that that can be translated into a stronger economic and relationship.
Thank you. We're going to start with the questions from our guest, Madame Miari, from the Gabonese press.
Merci. Je suis Delphine Miari de la presse présidentielle du Gabon. Mon intervention ne va certainement pas concerner vos propos introductifs, messieurs les présidents. Un sujet fait...
Just a moment. You didn't... what English is in... what thing?
English is 4.
Yes, so I did put 3 here. Go ahead.
Okay. Je disais, Excellence, Messieurs les Présidents de la République, mon intervention ne va certainement pas concerner vos propos introductifs, mais soyez sûrs, mes collègues ici présents vont faire le devoir de vous interroger là-dessus. Un sujet fait couler beaucoup... Un sujet fait couler beaucoup d'encre et de salive en ce moment à travers la presse, notamment la presse française, et c'est d'ailleurs de bonne guerre. Il s'agit de l'idée de l'introduction de l'anglais au Gabon comme seconde langue officielle. Là-dessus, le chef de l'État gabonais va sûrement dire un mot. Ma question à Votre Excellence, Monsieur le Président Kagame. Hier, le Rwanda francophone, aujourd'hui anglophone. Qu'est-ce qui a pu changer dans le quotidien des Rwandais avec l'introduction de la langue anglaise?
Okay. First of all, there has to be a correction made here. we are actually both. We are Francophone and we are Anglophone. We didn't abandon one and go for the other. We embraced both. And the benefits to us as we feel them, we've brought together the good things from one side and the good things from another side. So there is no loss in this. We haven't lost anything. We have gained everything from what Francophone provides and also from what Anglophone side provides. We are members of the Commonwealth and we continue to be members of the Anglophone group. In fact, this should even be read from our own background. We are people who always want to be inclusive, to reconcile things and bring together things. Even in our own history, when we had divisive politics, we sought to build a nation that brings everyone together to build one nation. So in the same way, we could not accept that our country be torn apart on the basis of which language, which is the second language, by the way, because whether it is English or French, it would be a language that is foreign, that is additional to our own. We have our own language here, one language, Kinyarwanda. So the others should come in to help us integrate in the rest of the world. We need global integration, trade, investment, science and technology, and so on and so forth. These languages, and learning from culture and then also from what languages provide for and so on. These are things we're interested in. So we in fact, I was telling people last time, they asked me a similar question, that we are encouraging our young people even to learn Chinese. Is it or Mandarin or whatever they call it? Because, as you know, there is a lot to be gained from that. So now, but that takes me to the area point you also, your question you raised. I think why the president is here as our guest, a guest of our country and his delegation, and we couldn't have met to discuss those small things. I call them small things. President could not have abandoned all things he was doing and come here only to talk about languages. This is really, something is being blown out of proportion. I'm sure the president didn't have that on his mind. He didn't even have on his mind what language he was going to speak to me in, or which one I'm going to speak to him in, and so on. There are big issues to deal with, big issues of our people, to lift them out of poverty, development of our country, development of our continent, and everything that can improve Africa, can improve Gabon, can improve Rwanda, and this is a small thing. Really, when you read the press excited and raising these issues and writing so much about these languages, I want to assure you that this is something that wasn't high on our agenda, or that we even had to talk about. If we had to talk about it at all, it was just making a reference of what was being said in the media rather than making it a substance on its own. So I just want to reassure anybody who paid too much attention to this that we were discussing much bigger issues than that.
The next question will be for our Rwandan press.
You want the president?
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Je n'ai pas grand-chose à ajouter à ce que le président Kagame vient de dire. Simplement rappeler que le Gabon est un État souverain et que les décisions que les responsables gabonais prennent ne concernent que la population gabonaise, premièrement. Deuxièmement, j'ai toujours appris dans les écoles françaises, puisque je n'ai été que dans les écoles françaises, que l'enrichissement culturel et intellectuel était une bonne chose. Je suis surpris aujourd'hui d'apprendre le contraire. Enfin, je voudrais conclure en disant que tout ceci est ridicule. Je dis bien ridicule. Il y a des problèmes beaucoup plus graves aujourd'hui auxquels nous avons à faire face que de perdre notre temps, venir polémiquer sur une question comme celle-là, qui est tout simplement ridicule. En fin de compte, je qualifierais tout ceci à tempête dans un verre d'eau.
Merci. We'll take a question from the Rwandan press. Mr. Shaka Kanuma.
Thank you very much. My name is Shaka Kanuma of the Rwanda Focus newspaper. My question is addressed to you, both excellencies, and actually it's to do more with bilateral relations in light of investment and trade. And I would like to ask Excellency President Ali Bongo whether there is any money, Gabonese money, coming to Rwanda very soon in any investment capacity. And President Kagame, of course we know that Rwanda is flying already to Libreville. We would like to know what more is going on between the two countries to strengthen the trade and other ties between them, especially in light of African self-reliance. Thank you very much.
Well, we are, the President and I, believers, strong believers in the South-South cooperation. And that's the main purpose of my visit here. As we are in Gabon trying to diversify our economy, and as you may know, we are too dependent on oil, and it has been the policy of this government to diversify the economy. And in doing so, we're in the phase of identifying, partners for us. And it starts with our neighbors, naturally. And it's important to come ourselves, to see what's being done, to talk about experiences that we have and our brothers have also. And through that exchange, we will then find, avenues of partnership. I say partnership because this word is very important, partnership. So, where if my neighbor has some great achievement in a specific area where I'm not as good, it's ridiculous for me to try to compete with him because I will never be as good as he is. Instead, I'm saying, well, let us work together, and if there's a possibility of me, investing to give that, business even more. So there's a mutual, benefit for us instead of, I would call a stupid competition. See? So this is the kind of cooperation we're talking about. There are, success stories here in this country. We want to know about those success stories, and we want to find out, how we could also benefit from that. The opposite is also true. There are also success stories in Gabon, things that we do better. So we talk about that, we exchange, and at the end of the day, we make, each one stronger. And this is about opportunities for our country. This is about creating jobs for our people. And in the end, making sure that we can bring, progress for the benefit of our people.
Well, I thought the question to me was going to be that, are you ready to receive the money that will be coming from abroad? And on that one, I assure you, yes, we are ready. And in the same way, we are also ready, as the President said, it's a two-way thing. It's not, we are also ready to encourage private sector to go out and explore, and many things they can invest in Gabon, or what they can do with their partners in Gabon. So the main theme here is here about investing in and with each other. But that's the theme. We want to invest together, we want to invest in each other, in actual fact, to enrich all of us, and so that Gabon and Rwanda move together forward in a form of strong partnership, which the President has just mentioned. Nothing short of that. And our investment agencies are already working together to identify which places, our private sectors, federations are already talking to each other. And as you said, something is already happening. We are seeing airline moving, airlines operating, but airlines don't go empty. They're always carrying people and goods, and in the same way, services are also being rendered. And we want to keep elevating that to a higher level. And what is happening is already exciting. And I think it starts with the goodwill. It starts with everybody willing to do their part and do it the best they can. And that is already happening. So we are very happy with that.
Thank you. Excellencies, we would like to take one last question from the international press. Mr. Liang.
My name is Liang from China's Xinhua News Agency. My question also goes to both excellencies. What do you think of the state of China-African relations, in particular with Rwanda and Gabon? Thank you.
You want to go first?
Oh, okay. I think there is a lot to talk about this, because when people have talked about China-Africa relationship, they've gone ahead to interpret so many things in it that don't even exist or shouldn't be the issue. But China-Africa relationship is very important. It's as important as Africa relating to any other part of the world. And Africa and China, evidently, as the world will recognize, is an important player in global affairs, including matters of investment and trade and other issues. That's why you find the whole world is interested in China. I mean, facts speak for themselves. So as the rest of the world is interested in China, and so is Africa going to be interested in China. And the reverse is also true. China, big as it is, wealth as it is becoming, that would not happen if it doesn't work with the rest of the world. And that's why they also seek to work with the rest of the world. The point here for me, I would want to say, is what is the quality of that relationship? Or that always comes to my mind. If Africa can relate to China and that China relating to Africa in a mutual beneficial way, I think that's what matters. And if Africa can relate to other parts of the world in a mutually reinforcing way, that's the way we want it. But the other important aspect of it is that there are so many alternatives. You see, if you are a country or a continent like Gabon, Rwanda are, and the continent of Africa, you want to do many things, you want to relate to many partners, you want to, you don't restrict yourself to one. So the alternatives are healthy for all of us. So, and I can speak for Rwanda in this. Rwanda is realizing a lot of benefits from strong partnerships with a number of countries, including China. So in relationship with China, Rwanda is realizing a lot of benefit, and I hope China is doing the same. And by extension, Africa and China should benefit from each other depending on that quality of relationship.
Very simply, we as Africans feel it's normal for Africa to have relationship with China. We invite, Chinese investment. Africa, as we also invite investment from other parts of the world, America, Europe. So I would say it's normal for us to have those relationships. What is important for both of us is the quality, as the President, rightly pointed out, the quality of those relationships. Mutual benefit, win-win, benefit of our people. That's what we are interested in. And we should not see anything else in order to working for the benefit, of our people.
Thank you. This marks the end of the press conference. Thank you very much for your time, Excellencies.
I think the other questions will be answered in the statement that
Indeed.
will come from. So if you read, you'll find all answers to. Thank you.
Thank you very much.